Hi guys, welcome to Adults here, back with another video and back with a practice routine again today. And this routine today is something that I've brought into my own practice routine over the last few weeks. Just wanted to share it with everyone really. It's called Darts Pursuit, although most people will see this and it's very much based around the practice routine, the Hare and Hound, if you've played that before. The slight differences between the routines, which obviously I'll get into in a minute. But Darts Pursuit is based around the idea of the cycling individual pursuit, where, if anyone knows what that is, one player would start on one side of a track, an oval track. The other player will start on the other side of the oval track, and they would go in opposite directions. So one will go clockwise, one will go round to the left, if you will, one will go round to the right. And obviously, the idea is that they're doing it to try and catch each other. So Darts Pursuit is very much similar, which you'll see in a minute. We're going to start at the 20. One player will start at the 20, one player will start at the 3. But I'll come to a little demo in just a second. Yeah, looks like we're recording. I don't know what happened there, but never mind. That's the beauty of doing it as of live, I suppose, and not doing it as a recorded video. So yeah, the idea, obviously, as I say, is one player starts at the 20, one player is going to start at the 3. The player from 20 will then go round, so moving round clockwise of the board, and the player at number 3 will also go clockwise as well. And obviously, the aim is to try and catch each other. So, what are the sort of rules of Darts Pursuit? Okay, so on your screen now, you'll just see a Word document. I will make this available in the description below. But obviously, just explain the aim and the idea behind it and how the setup works. Now, what I've done with this Darts Pursuit game is I've given it sort of 3 levels. So your novice level, which hopefully you can see there on the screen, you're just hitting the segment. So once you hit the segment, you move to the next segment. So if you hit the 20, you'll move to the 1. If you hit the 1, you move to the 18. The other player will be hitting for 3, hitting for 19, hitting for 7. So the novice is you're just literally hitting that segment. It doesn't matter if it's the treble, the single, or the double. The big single, or the little single. As long as you hit the segment, you move on to the next segment. And you'll do that, and you'll go around, and hopefully the aim is to land on the same segment that your opponent's on, and then you'd win that leg, or that lap, if you will. So the novice player, it's going to be getting you used to going around the board, standard sort of around the board style game. In the intermediate game, it's similar to the novice game. However, if you hit a double, you'll move 2 spaces. If you hit a triple, you'll move 3 spaces. So if you're starting on 20 and you hit treble 20, you'd move then on to the 4, and so on and so forth. So if the 3 player hits double 3, say for instance, on his first start, he'll move on to the 7 segment. So the intermediate obviously brings it out a little bit. You can get the game going a bit longer. In the expert level, or the top level, if you will, if you miss your segment, you'd go back 1. So if you're aiming for 20 as a starting player, let's say you hit single 5, your next throw, you're coming in at single 5. If you hit triple 5, with your first start and you're going for the 20, you'd then have to be throwing for the 9 segments. So you'd be moving back in that. Sorry, you'd be aiming for treble 14 for the 14 segment. But I'm going to demo it in a second anyway, so we'll explain it a little bit better. And obviously the idea is that you're catching up where your opponent is, and in the expert and intermediate levels, you've got to finish 1 space ahead of them. So that is roughly the game. So let's get into showing you how it works. So as you'll see on my board now, I've got a little pin here. And I've got a little pin down here. You just probably can't see it just off shot, but I've just got a little pin down the bottom. So that's where I know where the current standing is. So I'd be player 1. I'm coming in for the 20s. Now I'm going to do it on the intermediate level. So single 20, I move to the 1. Single 1, I move to the 18. I didn't hit the 18, but I don't go back because I'm only doing it on intermediate. So I need 18 to return to. So then player 2 steps up. single 3, single 19. So that player then would be on the 7 segment coming back to it. So back to player 1, looking for 18s, looking for 4s, looking for 13s. Okay, I didn't get it, so I'm down to 13. And then obviously vice versa, the next player steps up. Where this game differs from the hare and hound game is that with hare and hound, so I've hit the 8 there, so you see there, by the way, I've hit 7, 16 and 8, so I'll be coming back for 11. With the hare and hound game, you normally start 1 behind, so if player 1 would start for the 20s, the next player comes in for the 5s. This is where my darts pursuit differs. So let's now just play a little bit of an expert mode. Okay, so 13s is what player 1's going for. He's hit it. Now, 6s I was going for. I've hit 13, so I now move back 1. I've hit 13, so now I move to 6. So as you see, I was aiming for 6, I've hit 13, so I step back a spot, I've got to go 13s again. Let's see how the expert level now goes for player 2, wanting 11s. Okay, so I've hit the wrong segment. I've hit treble 14. I wanted 11, I've hit a treble 14, so I'm going back 3 now. So 1, 2, 3, I'm going back down to 7s. So what this will do on expert level now is it gives obviously the advantages and disadvantages. So I've missed again. I go back 1 more. And that's how it will work with the expert level when you're going back. Okay. So now I've obviously, next player's coming up, going for the 6s. Single 6. I've missed, so I was going for 10, so I'll go back to 6. Single 6. I did have 2 goes on that one, I do remember now. So I hit the 6, I'll move to 10s. So very simple game. As I say, I'll leave a link in the video description to the idea and the rules. I welcome all your feedback on this game, Darts Pursuit. Okay, as I say, novice game, you're literally just going 20s, 1s, 18s around the board. We're doing this one. The novice game, you may, a good level player, that's not going to be for you. What will be for you is probably going to be the intermediate level, where if we're hitting the trebles, we're moving 3 on with our next dart. Okay, we're always coming up with 3 darts. So if I come up, intermediate, treble 20, I move 3 on. Treble 4, I move 3 on. Treble 10, I move 3 on. I'd be down on 17. So then as the player 2 who hasn't started yet, there's a bit of pressure for the player 2 because I'm now only 1 space behind him already. So, you know, if you're a good treble hitter, it's going to put the pressure on. So that's the game Darts Pursuit. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please let me know down in the comments. Please like it and share it across your darting community. Hit the notification bell to be told when we get more videos going up here on Waiting on Darts. And please, please, please hit subscribe. It's free to hit subscribe. It's around 76% now with people watch these videos and they're not subscribed. It's free to subscribe. And I'm going to be bringing you more practice games of my own, plus the games from Go Darts Pro in the coming weeks. And obviously we do lives where we play players online as well. And once we get to 180 subs, there's going to be a giveaway for that magical 6 months premium membership with Go Darts Pro. Everyone, thank you very much for watching. Stay safe and please, please, please mind your Rockies.